Sacred Earth is a company, a community benefit society that is an umbrella organisation that holds this land project in good stead and allows other micro industries, rural industries to start benefiting from this space. We have Half-Oil Farm, which is a biodynamic initiative with pigs and chickens. We have Sacred Seed, a herbal initiative working with herbal medicines. We have willow growing and basket making workshops. We have nature education, and we have a biochar initiative. When I was doing my biodynamic training in 2007 to 2009, I met Roger. Roger's an investor of great things, and we became really good friends. And I showed him around this land and said, what if we were to able to secure this land for community in perpetuity and establish loads of little microcosms in here? That would be, wouldn't that be an awesome thing? And one walk around here, he was sold, and he said, I'll invest, I'll buy the land, but you need to set up a social enterprise to make it happen. I took a gulp. I was like, I've never done that before. I didn't think I had particularly the skill set to do it, but we took a leap in the dark. We trusted each other.
I had just decided I needed to spend some money, which I had, and what better way than buy land? I'd never bought land before. This was available. It seemed a no-brainer, so I bought it. But I only bought it because of his impulse.
And something happened, a little ember was sparked in other people, and more people got involved, and volunteers came. And before long, we had a community interest company, and then before long we started to restore the rubbish that had been tipped on here, and people were volunteering, just pulling out epic rubbish dumps and metal and junk and plastic. And we planted trees, and we just started small, and we just started bringing juice to it.
So it's a community resource with no real infrastructure, just the nature, which is everywhere around. And I'm involved because I'm interested in things running beyond my lifetime. So it's not about me. I'm collaborating, I'm assisting other people fulfilling their dreams because they've got dreams and they need access to land, and I've been able to facilitate that.
Sacred Seeds got invited to come and join Sacred Earth approximately a year ago. This enabled me to dive headfirst into developing a community herb garden. And my thoughts around that were based, really closely based to the inspiration from America, where they have all of these herbal CSAs. So a CSA is a community supported agriculture, which most people are familiar with, but mostly they're around vegetables. And so the model here that I'm trying to initiate and create is around herbal medicine, and again it's about becoming sustainable and local and available as well as affordable. Sacred Earth for me has been the opportunity for really cheap access to land, affordability, and community. You know, it kind of means that I have skills, or I'm learning skills in growing herbs. I don't have that many practical skills, and the other people that are here are helping me to fulfill those skills, fulfill those needs. And financially as well, as a support, as a community project, biggest rewards is just being in the garden. I literally, it's my salvation coming to this garden and sharing it with others, and yeah, just working with the plants is the greatest reward of all, really.
There's very little funding for agroecology work. It seems very little funding for agricultural things, and yet we're getting to a mass in conventional farming where there's something like 60,000 young farmers are needed, and I don't see many young people wanting to farm anymore because they seem it's like hard work. And yet agroecology and various streams that are coming through permaculture and biodynamics are really exciting to young people. We need young farmers to get on board. They need support. They cannot do it alone. We need the support like this, and we need investors to support. We need investors still to support stuff like this, but we need thousands of projects, farms like this.
And this is where I keep my pigs, on this area here. I've done the biodynamic apprenticeship when I came to the UK 3 years ago on Tablehurst Farm, and after that I started working at several farms until I found this place and Phil was looking for someone to keep livestock here, which is exactly what I would like to do. And so I started keeping a couple of sows in December, and I decided upon a rare breed, large black, and they are one of the rarest in the UK. Well, I do quite like the looks of them, but also I read that their taste is quite incredible. They're good mothers, they're very hardy, they can stand the warmth and the heat, but they can also be fine in midwinter. And so far they are excellent. The funny thing is, I started out as a classical musician, and being a classical musician is far harder to make a living in than being a farmer. So although this is not easy, I suppose, compared to being a classical musician, this is quite comfortable in a way. And it's not just about making a living. I mean, I won't make a lot of money, but I really enjoy what I'm doing. And I love working with animals, that's my main thing. And I really like working outside and having your own responsibility, and well, you just have to solve it. I think that's what I really love about being a farmer, is that if there's a problem, it's up to you. And there's no one's going to help you. You have to solve it right there and then with whatever you have around you. So you have to be quite creative as well, actually. And I really like doing that.
We are a very community-focused organisation. We're also very interested in cooperative ways of organising and working together as a community on the land, as well as sort of outreaching to the local community. And so Sacred Earth offers an incredible amount of support to foster that kind of relationship between the various different small projects. It's a kind of an umbrella for small agricultural micro businesses to really find their feet and flourish. And there have been periods of time when things have been quite stressful. Actually, it's been so worth it, because now we're in this amazing position where we feel really confident in the business here, and at the same time we have this amazing opportunity for community engagement through the Community Benefits Society model and the community shares.
Ultimately, the concept of a community benefit society and creating a share offer is for others to engage and to buy into. What that will sort of is creating is an ability to access land when you don't have it. It's an ability to start your own microcosm of a rural economy if you so choose. It's a way to engage with all the activities and adventures that are happening on this land. It's just a way to get some connection with other people in a world that is lacking connection for many.
It feels like there's a kind of a ripple outwards of that this kind of project creates. If the food is being sold locally, then it creates a much more resilient local food market. If people have access to kind of a natural setting like this, a nature reserve really, on their doorstep, then there is almost like a psychological kind of benefit of that.
Well, what's so great about this opportunity here is that I can start very soon with very little investment on my own side. I did invest a little bit, of course. I've already noticed that I can make something of it if I spend enough energy on it and try to market my animals. So it's given me the opportunity to try it out and actually be successful right from the start, which I would never have been able to do if I would have gone through the normal way of trying to buy land somewhere and trying to get a loan to buy it. It would never have worked. But this way, I can actually set up a small business and try to make it work.
To other landowners, and well, I'd say, get involved, find people that are passionate and let them start off small. It's brought me so much happiness. That's the reason. Don't do it for any other reason but bringing happiness to yourself and some meaning and watching young people grow. So we know the world is in a crisis of sorts. This and other places like this are a resource that need to be shared. That's all. And then it just unfolds.
Yeah, we pretty much decided before we turned up today that we really wanted to invest. And now that we've come here and seen how vibrant and energetic it is, it just makes us feel more confident about our decision. I love how days like these bring everyone together, some people that you haven't seen for a while, and meeting new faces. So yeah, it feels really uplifting.
This new strand of funding that I've not come across, where you're bringing community investment, loan and grant money, for me it's a bit more exciting than chasing grants and saying, please give us your money, you know, we're really doing stuff, you know, it seems like an old paradigm there. And a lot of those strands have disappeared. Now this actually gives the opportunity for the community to invest. So that gives ownership. It gives us more of a drive because we need to pay back the loan. So we have an incentive to meet our financial requirements and have a profit rather than a loss. And it gives us a bit of security with support around grant, knowing that we're not just doing this alone. And I think that's really important, that we're not doing this alone. We feel supported by them. Sometimes you can be doing this and you're meeting resistance all over the place, and feeling supported as a human being is a really big criteria for us, and feeling part of a bigger picture. It feels really important that people like Roger invest in places like this. He has the resources, we have the energy and the kind of enthusiasm and get up and do and act, and in some ways our team now is a group of change agents, so a group of sort of activists who are not experiencing burnout, they're experiencing empowerment and experiencing joy and life, and our family's now growing amongst that, and other families are coming into that, and so they're our future shareholders, they're the people, they're the members that we're wanting to grow into this space. And ultimately, at the end of the day, if we don't do this, then what kind of legacy are we leaving the future generations? And that's a burning question for me. What's the legacy that we're leaving? And I want to have an effect. I feel driven by that, and Roger feels driven by that, and Alice and Ollie feel driven. Yeah, it feels good.